all of the food delivery services are competing for control right now in my city.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a free-for-all to see who can give out the most money. I'm going to be eating like a king. I didn't even have to get out of my robe. It just got delivered right to my front door. Life's good out here in the streets.
I love living like a king, dude. You know how I've been living like a king?
How's that?
Well, you know, I'm not... Look, I always open these podcasts up. I'm on some new string, some new bender
Fixation.
Yeah,
perhaps.
I'm not one of these guys who's trying to go through all these hobbies, but I finally found this one's permanent for sure. I'm sticking with this one. You introduced me to the wonderful game of online poker.
Yeah, baby.
And and you know, I was never really interested. I was never really my thing. I never even thought about it. But you introduced me to this sort of mobile game, like sort of Chinese.
Oh God.
Sort of Habbo Hotel looking monstrosity,
Nightmare
populated by
World's
nothing
poker
but
game.
like bugs and just like
the wasp will just show up.
sort of like Bratz art almost.
Yeah, for sure.
And that first night, I got 13 million chips in this game that has no balance or anything whatsoever, so you can get infinite money. And now I'm hooked, boy. And now I've been doing nothing but reading about poker for the last several days and not sleeping. And I can only kind of just barely comprehend normal human speech like I was able to. And for the most part, I'd sort of just analyze everything in poker terms and speak in them. So if you if you just sort of occasionally hear me mutter something under my breath, it's because I'm making all of these complex. I'm weaving this extremely intricate web of analysis and strategy in my head out of every single word another person says to me, because I've become so analytic and so scheming.
Are you playing 8 games at the same time on one monitor? You're playing 8 games at once?
I bought 9 more monitors. Unfortunately, my computer does only support 3, so a few of them are going unused right now. It's kind of an open limp, if you know what I mean.
I don't know anything about being limp.
No, I got a donk strike going. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, it's me. I'm the poker king now, baby. Quads over quads. What's the rake up in here? You know, hyper turbo knit fest. So yeah.
What'd you call me?
You heard what I said.
It's like, I imagine it's like a Ghost in the Shell when the dude's fingers split open to make a whole bunch of fingers, and that's how you're playing poker now. You get like just strung out, eyes glazed over.
Just clicking check on 9 monitors at once.
I read a story about a dude who became a professional online poker player, and he was playing 8 hours a day, 8 games at a time, and he was pulling like $50,000 or $60,000 a year, but apparently it's just insanely stressful. It's insanely stressful to gamble literally all day for a living.
Yep. Yeah.
But
that's what I call a rake back.
Boy, don't it feel good? Don't it feel good?
Yeah, I'm hooked on this poker, boyo. I don't think anything is going to go wrong with this. Got myself a pocket rocket, and not a boner. That's a poker term.
Yeah, I was going to say a pocket rocket. That's something completely different where I come from. Well, that's good. Hopefully you can back corner some donks on the streets. I don't know anything about poker terms. I just like to play. The only button I need when I play poker is all in, baby. All in.
And that worked for you the other night, huh?
Hey man, it worked for a bit. And the thing was, I cleared the table, right? I took everybody's money. I was sitting on like 4.5 million chips, and I'm thinking to myself, I could play like a pussy now, but that's not really in the spirit of what I've been doing. So I just kept going all in, and apparently you'll lose your money if you do that.
Yeah, I've never been to Vegas, but I have to imagine that's what most people like limping, crying out of casinos are screaming is, it worked for a while.
Gotta turn the fan on here.
I'm on tilt. I'm ghosting.
Ghosting.
Sorry, I just got all these poker terms.
Do these mean anything?
I flopped the I flopped the nuts. What does flop the nuts mean? When a player flops the absolute best hand, okay?
I flopped the nuts. I flopped the nuts when I was in high school and got in school suspension for like 2 weeks.
I'm the floor man. I flopped the nuts. The floor man is the casino or card room employee who is tasked with enforcing the rules. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, that's lovely. I was gonna ask if you wanted to play after we got done.
I'll play some. Yeah, I haven't actually played any since then.
Yeah, but you
that
just
was a bit, but
yeah, it's a good bit. It's a good bit.
Dirty outs is what I was doing there.
Oh,
that's when you. This is too long of a definition. I'm not reading that one. Well, let's talk about spring is sprung. Let's talk about.
Oh my God.
2019 spring anime, part 1.
Yeah, can you believe they're still making it?
I can't believe they're still making them like this. That's a joke for all of my Ace Combat fans out there.
I just sometimes I think like, man, they gotta realize that they made them all, right? Like they have to come to the realization that all anime's been made, but no, they just keep doing it. It
is actually. I just occasionally think like, man, they're just churning it out. Like, I don't know who's watching. Imagine having an entire industry that seemingly no one is interested in. Like, 90% of these shows are just like, what is this? No one's gonna like this, and it keeps going. I don't know.
You only have to have one hit, and that'll keep you going for 10 years because it'll sell 100,000 units and a bunch of merch. I maybe they're not churning it out so much this season though, because it seems like we got a whole bunch of shorts.
The season's not huge, because there were a lot of sequels, there were a lot of other stuff, so we only got 19 shows to do this season, and we're starting off here with 6 of them.
Yes, sir.
And we're not doing the important ones because Sam wanted to watch those and he's not here, so we're doing the other ones
next episode. And
I forgot the titles of all these, but as soon as I'm reminded of what they are, you're gonna hear me go, oh god, that a lot, so get ready for that. The first one is Konoyo no Hate de Koyo Utau Shoujo. You know what it is.
You know what it do.
Black and yellow. The title is A Girl Who Chants Love at the Bound of This World.
Whoa.
Which sounds a lot more like epic and heavy than I think this show actually is. Personally, that's just my opinion, though.
Excuse me, is the most complex and metaphysically challenging of all of the anime ever made. That's not true.
You're just rewording David's Elfin Lied essay, aren't you? This is plagiarism.
Fuck, he caught me.
you leaked. It's a leak.
It's not. It's actually not.
Hey, you don't know.
It's a time travel show.
Well, what it is first of all, I wasn't sure if this was a sequel or not, but we watched it anyways. I don't think it is, but this was a 1996 visual novel for the NEC PC 98.
Of course.
With porn, which was later removed in subsequent versions of the game. And this show, specifically, is an adaptation of the 2017 remake for the PS4 and the Vita?
Porn, though.
By 5PB. 5PB, the VN people.
Yes.
Also, I assume, without porn, because Vita. Why did I said this sounds familiar? I don't know what sounds familiar, but I said it's like Conception, but wait.
Is that some sort of like meta thing about how you found yourself in a situation once again, but no, that's like kind of a.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think there was a show that was like this recently, but I couldn't think of what it was. Like there was that one where the girl was trapped in the weird building and an accelerator showed up, and I don't remember if that was like an old game or something. They made it into a shitty new show. I don't know.
Anyway,
this one's by Feel.
Studio Feel.
Yeah. Boy, I'm having trouble remembering. My notes say a boy is born and turns into a tree.
Yeah, okay, so we got space and trees right out the gate.
Right,
There's like some narration going on where this mommy's like, I love my little boy so much.
You can tell this one's going to try to be... we're on some Cloud Atlas shit. This is going to span generations or something,
We got boobie action, little side boob while some baby's nursing. That's always a good thing. We've talked about lactation before. We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea has probably come up at some point.
Yeah, but like non-sexual lactation versus sexual lactation.
I think most lactation, hopefully, is non-sexual.
Oh, not around me. It's not.
Well, yeah, maybe in your brain, but I'm just saying when it happens, it's usually. Well, yeah, I bet. What percentage of milk on this planet do you think is spilt platonically?
In the act of love. I would say.
I guess only humans.
There's a lot of babies, man. There's so many babies out there.
There's way more
thirsty.
horny dudes than there are babies, though.
Yeah, I guess. Usually, it just depends on like if you're in the room when they're giving birth. Because if you're in the room, my understanding is you don't really want to touch the vagina until way after the birth happens.
We're not talking about the vagina. We're talking about the titties.
Well, it's getting wrapped up in that. I'm just saying, it's like, let's say you watch your wife give birth and her whole, like her vagina and asshole split and become one.
Yeah. You're frying
you're
up
probably
and,
you're much less inclined to go do the deep.
Yeah,
so
I'm not really in the mood when it's grilling time. When I'm brining that squishy sponge from my baby. I'm ignoring the baby, and I'm just like I'm just making a miso butter sauce to experiment. I only get one. You only get one shot every 9 months when it comes to placenta. So like you really can't. Even more so than like filet mignon or fucking prime rib. It's like there's literally you can only have one. If you ask for someone else's, that's socially I've learned inappropriate. Like you have to use your own.
Here's the thing about placenta. You're saying you can only get one every 9 months. I'm saying you're looking at this wrong. You don't have the ambition of a true placenta connoisseur.
Using fertility pills to have quintuplets so that you can have as
right. True enlightenment. True culinary enlightenment.
YouTube keeps recommending me this guy named Bubba Foods, and he's this really fat guy who's just always every video is about something weird shit he did with steak. And he has this bizarre accent that I can't place, and now I'm just imagining him being like, "Okay, guys, this episode we marinated 8 placentas. This one in pineapple juice, this one in sour cream, and this one is a control. So let's do it." And he fucking slow motion grilling the placenta.
Yeah, I like the idea of the second the placenta becomes available, your wife or significant other is like, "Baby, do you want to take a look at your new son?"
Yeah.
And you're just cold and distant, staring down at the placenta in your hands, and you're kind of like further across the room, wide angle lens, so it accentuates the distance between you. And it's like, yeah, I'll be right there. And you just realize what you've got in your hands.
Stand there unmoving.
The potential.
You glance outside without moving your head. You shift your eyes outside and you just see an Applebee's across the street, and you say, "I'm sorry, honey, but I have to." And then you just run, just screaming out of the hospital, just 100 miles an hour. You bust into the Applebee's.
Sir, we don't allow outside food items here.
Shove all the chefs out of the way. You get on that flat iron.
Chefs at Applebee's.
The apple bartists, and you shove them all out of the way, and you just fucking go hog wild on that griddle. And you got
that's the place you want to be too.
You got fucking Applewood smoked bacon ranch going, you're streaming condiments all over the place. You got so much
a jalapeno
salt,
cheddar bun,
apple cider vinegar, fucking caramelizing on that bitch, and you bite into it, and just it's medium. No, it's medium rare. It's a little bloody. Okay. That was
anyway.
Really went into that one.
Medium rare placenta.
You can't. I mean, I'm sure when people eat it, they don't cook it all the way, do they? That just seems like ruining it.
I mean, you got very, very subtle proteins that you don't want to, destroy. Anyway, fuck.
Someone's chilling on the roof, and this our main character here, he thinks it's weird that he has dreams about his dead parents. I don't think that's very unexpected.
And
he seems very normal protagonist, and then he starts sexually harassing his ridiculous science teacher.
Does it? Well, he does it relentlessly.
like first of all, his science teacher looks redonkulous.
She's a little bit. She got bimbo-ish.
Lab coat,
going on.
fishnets, garters. There's like a space in her top so you can see her belly. It's so stupid.
It's almost like a Second Life character where you just slapped a whole bunch of different disparate articles of clothing on this.
Well, it's just like she doesn't even look like she belongs. Like it's not.
Yeah.
She just looks like a porno, and it's like so far all we know about it's like a sci-fi drama, and just this hentai lady shows up. And also, main character's voice actor really bad, like noticeably. So he has to look after this transfer student. Also, his dad is dead. I guess I kind of already said that. He has some expository dialogue with his friend who explains some things. He has another...
Cute, you have to mention, he's a cute little twink friend. He's twink.
Oh, sure.
He's got a little barrette in his hair, which is... I was trying to understand... barrette is like the little tiny one. Like the little... that you use to keep your hair in place. And and I'm not entirely sure what the mechanics of that are or why he would opt for this haircut. But I respect his decision. Anyway.
Gotta go for it. He has another friend who's like a drill-haired tsundere Ojo-sama, Mm-hmm. And there's this other totally not evil guy who definitely did not get his dad killed and isn't involved in it at all and isn't shady. So this is when I lost concentration and had to go to bed. So we come back. There's another hot teacher, and this one, this is basically the entire reason I had you watch this show, is because there's just this one line that she whispers in his ear, and it's just straight ASMR right in the did you watch with headphones?
I watched it with speakers, so it didn't strike my chords.
Ooh, she's
set you
up
off
real close.
You're donking those pocket rockets.
Exactly. Now you're getting it. And I guess he fucked her. I don't know. She says something about.
I think. Oh, is she his stepmom?
No, that's a different lady.
Are we sure?
Let me watch the scene again.
I don't think that's the case. I think this is his stepmom.
No, there's another character who's his stepmom, but that's not her. She says she'll make him feel good again. That's not something a stepmom says.
Wait, where was this? Which teacher? Who is this lady?
The one he talks to on the stairwell.
Give me a second. Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, his stepmom's on the up and up, just like normal office-looking lady.
Yeah, gotcha. Found it, yeah.
Wait, yeah, how far into the episode is it? Oh, yeah, it's a different lady. I mean, they all sort of have a similar style about them.
Oh, okay.
But it's a different lady. This one's a bit more of a...
Yeah, she was like... She
looking.
Used to be a teacher here, or now she's not, but she wants to bang. Gambare. Anyway.
That was the best part of the episode by far. So then he gets home one night, and there's a box in his house that he thinks is porn, but it's actually a MacGuffin. And I don't know who he thinks is just like leaving porn in his house, that he's like, all right, porn. It's like not a mail, it's in it's like a gift. I don't know
what to make of this protagonist, really. Seems kind of like a douchebag to me.
And he's kind of cool. He fucked that teacher.
Maybe.
So he turns on the news, and there's a construction project going on that people are angry about. Some kind of like seawall, and also his stepmom who's also a teacher, is like working on it or involved in it somehow. And then weird phenomena start going down, and he sees it on the news, so he Vespas down there, and he meets up with his friends, and they meet this ominous girl who says some ominous thing very dramatically. And then I write, my dude got very not normal very suddenly. He was already kind of a rude boy, but then when it comes time to meet the transfer student, he jumps out in his undies to surprise her.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was supposed to do, because like everyone's just like, dude, what? He's acting like he's just like,
he's pretty out there. He seems to have poor impulse control.
This is our guy. Like, what? And surprise, it's the same girl. It's the ominous girl, it's a transfer student, and
that's fucking crazy.
Everyone moves on like nothing.
That's
happened.
Fucking crazy,
so
dude.
Crazy. And then he gets another package, And this one has a letter of his dad, like, negging him from beyond the grave. His dad's like, "You're a fucking dumbass, but I'm leaving this to you," which is kind of okay. And his dad's not dead. He's actually trapped in time. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. I think I inferred that. I think the MC is too dumb to understand what he means when he says, "I'm not dead, but I'm not here," whatever. Something like that. I don't know why he trusts this letter anyways. He's just like, "Oh my God, Dad." It's just the same. It's the same package he got like our magic fucking rock in. And then he meets... What's up?
I was just thinking about the design of that rock. That thing's it's pretty decrepit looking. Yeah. Like it's missing like gems and shit. So I mean, it's probably imbued with some kind of magical power, or we know that it is. But I think that this thing's probably broken enough to be beyond the point of doing what it's supposed to do.
Magic things never break. I don't know nothing. Someone throws them into a deep pit, you know.
Yeah, or it's some kind of like dramatic situation where it's like, you need this is your ticket home, or whatever. But I just thought it was a little bit beat up. That's all.
It's looking rough. And then he meets another girl in a mysterious other world, girl with elf ears, and she kisses him.
She's naked, by the way.
She's naked, and they play this music that sounds like the original score. It sounds like 96 PC music. And oh my God, it turns out that evil guy is evil. And not only is he evil, he's evil with a gun.
He gets the scrap.
And then there's fucking ripping guitar and lightning everywhere. And then my man has a fucking literal brain blast. It's almost exactly the brain blast animation. It's a different color.
Yeah, there's like the you can see the electrical signals firing through his cortex.
It's even more brain blast than the Gias was. It's like they were referencing it.
Our protagonist just won't stop quipping this entire time, by the way. He's a quip machine during that sequence leading up to the brain blast.
He wakes up and maybe went to the past. I guess also this is supposed to be set in 1995 because his alarm says it's 95. They didn't try to establish that era at all. I went through the whole thing just thinking it was modern. I've written his stepmom got that wagon. There is one shot where I feel like her hips are way wider. They don't explain where he actually is, if he's in another universe or if he's just like gone a day in the past or something. You'd think he'd realize that because his friend told him like the date. His friend told him that summer vacation was tomorrow, so you'd think he would know when that was. So maybe it's just an alternate universe or something. I'm never going to find out though because the show kind of sucks. I was going back and forth between time traveler isekai. I'm like, we get Elfier girl, and that makes me think like we might be hitting another world. At some point,
if
it was an isekai, you wouldn't be spending more than 5 minutes in the real world. That's because
that was my thought. I thought they were doing kind of like a subversion thing, or like maybe we would be going back and forth between the two.
Still could be. Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know. If they were to go that route, it'd be kind of double dipping a little bit.
Be triple dipping because there's also space, you know.
Yeah.
And triple dipping, I've learned from poker. Bad idea. So that's how I think of this.
Bad show.
Not feeling that first one really.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, you know that show's not high quality. Boom shakalaka.
Boom goes the dynamite. Next
this
show.
This is when we would be talking about Fruits Basket 2019, but Sam wanted to watch that one, so we'll talk about that. Part 2, maybe. So the one we'll talk about instead is Hitoribocchi. Hitoribocchi no Marumaru Seikatsu, which is a 4-coma adaptation by C2C, who have few actual productions. They did Harukana Receive most recently. People really like this manga because apparently it is very cute.
I can see that.
And it's about a girl who... her name is Loneliness.
Set your kid up for success there. What the fuck? It's a real
bummer. I think other characters' names are also words. I kind of only picked up on that one.
Oh, that's great.
But it's time for Loneliness to go to middle school It's springtime. There's piano playing.
Fuck.
And it's like Watamote if Tomoko wasn't gross. It's
an empathetic or sympathetic character, you know.
Kinda, yeah. And so her goal is to befriend everyone because that's what her best friend from elementary school told her she had to do. So to be friends with her best friend again, she's got to be friends with everyone.
It's kind of like when the mama bird pushes the baby bird out of the nest. You know, It's like you got to sink or swim.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just sit under my wing forever.
Right. And she really doesn't like talking to people, but she's very bold when it comes to avoiding it. Like the first thing she does is put up a sign telling everyone that the class is canceled forever, which is, ballsy, I think. But it doesn't work. And then they do class introductions here, and I think she pukes or something. I don't know.
She vomits.
Wow.
She vomits when it becomes her turn.
It seems like she's less embarrassed than you would be if you actually puke. She just cuts her in the bathroom going like, oh, man. And then she tries talking to this other girl, but passes out. And then she gets the girl a drink, and then they share an umbrella. And then she does a really autistic thing where she puts questions to ask the girl on her hand.
That was cute.
And she headbutts her accidentally several times trying to talk to her. And then there's a while where they text a bunch instead of talking because it's easier for them. Then they become friends. And it's
so this is all very cute.
Yeah.
This is cute. I like this. It's a cute little gimmick. I could see this being a really good 4-coma. Probably going to be an enjoyable show. But them texting because it's more comfortable is horrifying to me because I've been doing a lot of research and just on how how social interaction is changing because of the internet and stuff. And it's like the majority of people born after the year 2000 find it more comfortable to communicate via text than face-to-face interaction. And it sent me on this spiral.
I think that too.
Yes, this is correct. What it sent me on this spiral of thinking about. I was crashing from a lot of caffeine at this point, which hits me like a ton of bricks because I'm just a very sensitive boy. And I started to think about how we're effectively already living in the Matrix. I'm like, this is like deeply paranoid thoughts about how people in Africa you see on your screen are more real to you than people who live in your neighborhood because you never see them.
Oh, I fucking love this new arc of CCRU. This is gonna fucking rule.
This was really freaking me the fuck out, man.
You're gonna get addicted to amphetamines.
Oh God. But yeah, this was a paranoid spiral I went on, and I was pretty convinced we were doomed for a bit, but then I went on a bike ride and everything was fine.
Oh, okay. So I can see I can see you haven't truly made it.
I haven't made it. Why don't you explain this?
You're still a grasshopper.
Oh, into being a doomer and believing everything's
fucked. Yeah, you're
fucked.
suckling on that going outside biking teat. You're fucking. That's your opium, man.
Yeah, I need to live a completely clean lifestyle as a monk. It's the only way. The only way to not
just
succumb.
Imagine you riding your bike through Austin and there's just like hobos shooting up at everyone. You're just like, this is what I needed. Everything's fine.
You just gotta stay away from 7th Street. That's where they like to hang out.
Oh, okay.
It's their kicking spot. It's like it's in like Anohana, how they got the clubhouse. It's kind of like that, but for homeless people that have nowhere else to go.
Right.
They got the fun improvised kind of box living situation going on. Bespoke box homes, hyper micro housing.
Nano housing.
Yes, nano housing. But yeah, I don't know. That was just a thought train I went down. That being said, I am convinced that the government is become uncontrollable, and
the most vague statement. like the most fucking just like, dude, I feel like people are being controlled.
Well, I just think that Deus Ex is real. I watched one Deus Ex video on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure that the world's being run by automatons. Anyway, you're welcome.
Thank you for that lesson.
Where were we? We were talking about this funny show with Cute Girl.
Hitoribocchi. Yeah, I don't know. It's not. I don't feel like it's going to be comfy enough to be a truly great slice of life, but it's fine. I think the manga's cuter from what I've looked at.
Yeah, I can see this working in a 4-coma format more so than
definitely.
Maybe the 22-minute format. I do like the way it looks. I think our girl is very cute.
Yeah,
that's it. I don't have a ton of thoughts on it.
Yeah,
it's all right.
You don't have a ton of thoughts except we're living in the Matrix.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any thoughts on the actual content of the show. Just my own paranoid delusions. That's
the show
all.
had so little content that you just ended up in a Wikipedia hole fucking...
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Are you telling me that we don't actually control the stock market and that there are thousands of trades every second that nobody's even touching? Oh!
You just fucking have a stimulant-induced breakdown and then like vote slightly less enthusiastically from now on.
I'm voting enthusiastically. That's funny.
Just pull the lever really limply, just like.
I refuse to vote for the lesser of two evils.
You need to get to my level where you just see a lot of contrails in the sky and you just mutter to yourself, "Oh, they're getting us real good today."
So where you've accepted it?
Spraying real good today. I guess someone had a fucking independent thought for once. Is what happened.
I like.
Someone tried to fucking live, fucking on their own terms, and that's why. Oh, guess I don't have to see the sky today.
I've been avoiding drinking water for about a week now because I don't want to have my balls shrink and fall off. Because they're putting birth control pills in our water supply. But I like the idea of being so convinced of the conspiracy theories that you've internalized them and come to terms with it. Like you've already gone through the grieving process, and now you're just like,
I totally skipped over the part where I proclaim everything performatively, and now I'm just like fucking. I'm just like on a date, like on a cliffside, looking over a beautiful small town mountainside. I'm just like she turns away, and I go, fucking, where's the curve? Where's the curve? What'd you say? Nothing. What? Oh, it's beautiful out here.
I just remember sitting in the ocean in Mexico on the coast, and I'm just laying on my back. My asshole's bleeding because I've had explosive diarrhea for 3 days, and I'm like, this is about as private a beach as there possibly can be on the planet. And the only thing going through my head was like, my vote doesn't even matter. It's all two sides of the same coin, man. It's just anyway. It'll be chill. I just have to not drink caffeine for like 5 days, and I'll be fine.
That's what'll do it. It's those.
I'll go back to my Genki self.
Mm-hmm. I was looking at water filters. Do they make cheap reverse? Is there not? Do I have to spend $800 if I want to reverse osmosis, take the cow hormones out? Is there anything cheap that does that?
Are you trying to get rid of your titties?
I'm trying to. Yeah, I think I could have more. I think I could have more tea. I think it's feasible. I know I'm already a fucking specimen, but I think I could get the levels up a little bit, and yeah. So I was thinking.
Yeah, rather than fucking around with that shit, it was just cheaper to buy it from some dude in my gym.
Oh, he got the good water
bag. He
comes out of the bathroom with a plastic bag full of water. You're like, yes, the pure stuff.
Yes, naturally.
So that show's okay. We are not going to talk about Mick's Meisei story because Sam, very enthusiastic about that one, wants to talk about it. I think if this
fucker Sam is not ready to go on Friday, ooh, and I have to sit on Fruits Basket and Mix, I'm going to be so fucking pissed.
We got to record this weekend with or without him. Because
I'm
spring's
doing
only going to last so long. I don't know how long,
Yeah.
but it's gonna last not that long. So let's talk about Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Yes.
Yaiba. I wasn't gonna have you watch this one, and then I saw it was highly rated and people were talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess we have to watch this then." Demon
People like it.
Slayer, a manga adaptation. I think it's in. Wait, is it an older manga? I didn't write down the year. I think it might be a bit older. It's by now disgraced Ufotable.
What?
Did you see? I made a tweet about it. I somehow I was the only one to come up with, or as far as I could tell, I was the only one, or one of the first ones to come up with unlimited evade works. Accused of tax evasion, famous high budget studio Ufotable. Maybe it's an accident. This manga's from 2016. Okay. Unlimited budget works, turns out, came from your tax dollars, maybe.
Fuck them.
I don't know. It's probably worth it.
It's worth it for me, I can tell you that for a fact.
Because you're loving those Ufotable shows.
Oh, yeah.
It starts out the guy walking through the snow, and he has to save his sister. And there's some kind of, I don't know if they're in Hokkaido or something, but there's like snowy people. They got snowshoes, and they're living in these huts, and he has this flashback as he's carrying her where he's like, "Oh, I love my family so much. I hope nothing bad ever happens to them. They're so nice, and we never
This
fight."
is why I don't ever let myself get close to anybody, because I know something horrible, tragic will happen to them if I do. And then I'll have to go on my, like, take down the government kind of arc that I got.
And it's like you never even watched Evangelion. And you're supposed to be a fan.
Oh, yes.
They named a whole episode after the... whatever.
Hey, man, I'm with fucking Sele. Put me into the goop.
Oh, okay, you're the... Yeah.
Goop.
I forgot,
Goop me up.
CCRE Ethan, of course. CCRU Ethan is 100% Sele.
The only way to survive is to shed these mortal forms that we have and become one. Are you telling me you want to grow old and die? The best years of your life are already over. It's all downhill from here. And you're telling me you don't want to become goop and become a god goop man?
Strap on those tentacles, bitch.
Put me in a jar. Let's do it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of not great looking CG instead of the crazy particle effects that Ufotable usually does, that kind of CG. I think we see some of that towards the end. But our main character here heads into town from his like village or his hut his family lives in to sell a big pack full of charcoal that he's got. And also his main, I guess, quirk or skill or ability or something is he can smell real good. He can smell. He has the ability to. He can smell things.
He has a keen sense of
there
smell.
You go. Extra keen. And he sells all the stuff in the town, and everyone likes him. And then as he's walking back, there's this old guy who makes him stay the night, but not for like gay samurai boy fucking reasons. It's to shelter him from the demons.
David's been telling me a lot about that stuff recently.
About how samurai were kind of gay.
Yeah, he's read like 8 or 9 like 8 or 9 books or something about all like in Edo, Japan, and he's always referencing saving face and
Sure.
And losing face and fucking little boys.
Right.
So it's, whatever. I don't know. Don't do it.
He gets back home and oh no, my family! How could this have happened? They're dead, and he has a completely inappropriate and not very emotional reaction. Like it's like speed lines, and he has this strained yell where he's like, "Ah!" Like the voice actor didn't know how to scream right.
I'm gonna be honest. That's what you get when you live in the woods. You get murdered.
Sometimes you get murdered by demons. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just like that. That's why we moved to cities. We're like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm tired of getting killed by demons.
I'm gonna get killed. I'm just gonna it's just gonna be a bomb. It's fast. It's efficient. None of this.
Yeah.
Bear or
none of that
bullshit.
weird afterlife
No.
You know, demon existence.
But like he makes the face that you make when like your senpai eats your bento here, you know, not like your family's dead. And he's like walking around all their corpses going, guys, what's going on, you know? So I don't know why he doesn't know, because the guy told him about the demons and he seemed to buy it. But then his sister shows up and she's a demon now. She's all like feral.
Oh no.
And but he kind of gets a hold of her and he's carrying her back. And then he falls like 50 feet and is saved by 4 inches of snow. And his sister attacks him and she gets real big and muscly.
That's my favorite part. I like how she gets big. I just thought that was a funny visual that like
I don't know if it's supposed to be funny.
Suddenly she's massive and like straddling him. It's great. If this was like a porn, I'd be kind of into it, if I'm being honest. It's just...
Yeah, you would be into it, as I'm implying you weren't into it at all.
Well, yeah, I'm saying it's like... it's definitely appealing, but it might have awakened something inside of me. I might have realized that I want to be smothered by an Amazonian woman.
Mm-hmm. But like a big, thick, like a German wrestling one.
Oh yeah, I want her.
She doesn't just get tall and curvaceous; like she gets big. She gets square.
Choking me out and shit.
Then he has a big internal monologue of things that we don't need explaining at all. The voice actor's bad in this one too. And he almost gets murked by the Demon Slayer who shows up, or I guess he's going to end up being the Demon Slayer. But this is another Demon Slayer.
Itachi from Naruto rolls up, and he's got no eye light. He's like cold and motionless type, you know.
His sword has destroy demons on it, which is a little on the nose.
I think that's hype. That's fucking hype. The point is that it is so on the nose that it's cool.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh man, I would do that. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it's probably just the translation. Like, I feel like you could word it in a way that's just as blunt, but a little cooler.
Here's the thing: if you put like a ripping like noise rock song in the background, some like swells of walls of noise, and then you got crazy red effects on the screen, and it's just the opening of really hype.
The opening of Mandy with that red text and the fucking shredding ass guitars and synths.
Right. And then you have a sword that says "destroys demons" on it. Like, that's hype.
Maybe kill all demons would be bet. Like, destroy demons is just like... It's just like a concept, it's not like just kill all demons is a demand, it's
What if you put like a warning sign on it? It says like warning, kills demons.
This sword stops for zombies, no. Like
yeah. This got like a little zombie family on it.
Just like the Reddit alien and fucking this sword. This sword breaks for zombies.
It's got Death Star.
Yeah, it has the mom and dad and 2 little money bags,
You know what's good is that, I don't know if the protagonist knows this, but nobody's ever really gone. So I think, that's just, somebody should let him know that.
That shit is, are people mad about that? Like, that's just a line. Like,
I'm not. I
feel like that's...
I thought it was a little bit ridiculous.
I feel like that's the one that finally destroyed Mike from RLM. Like, he made an entire video where he said it 100 times like a madman, like he's pissed, like it somehow ruins things instead of it's just like sort of a general.
It's already Star Wars. Like, the people, we know for a fact that nobody's ever really gone because they become one with the Force. It's part of the religion, man.
Yeah, like he's doing the like. Technically, this doesn't make any sense. Like, I feel like they usually make fun of guys who try to logic Star Wars too much. I don't know. We get a lot of more internal monologue from Swordman. And then main character attacks the Swordman, and he's like, you suck at attacking me. But then gets fucking surprised by the incredible floating hatchet over here that he threw like 5 minutes ago.
That some bitch was in the air for a minute, huh?
He like threw it straight up like in Skyrim, and it came down like 20 minutes later. So, and he's like so impressed by that he lets him and his sister go, and he tells them where to go. Like, there's this guy that maybe can help you get her back to being a poison. And then they play the opening at the end, and that kind of has one of the only cool parts of this, which is that their weapons have these really crazy like CG effects on them, where there's like water and it looks like painting coming out, and it looks kind of cool. But the rest of it, I don't really see that much of the appeal there.
It's okay. I think something that I did like is I like the music. I thought the music was pretty atmospheric and moody. And then the backgrounds I thought were really nice. I loved how dark and kind of like moody the forest was that they were in. I guess not necessarily an environment that you see rendered with that much detail that often in anime. So that was cool. It's pretty by the numbers, kind of darker shonen material. You know, I guess I don't necessarily. I'm sure this was like an 80s or 90s manga or something.
I said it was 2016.
It was 2016. Oh, it's like a throwback then, because it strikes me as very much in that kind of vein. You know, it ain't bad. I'd say it was totally fine.
The episode itself was executed okay. I just wasn't hooked. Like, I have no desire to know what happens really. So I just feel like, hey, he's gonna find a guy and he's gonna lead him to another guy and it's gonna go on forever.
It's just like, it's the thing is,
people. He's gonna be good at the thing. He's gonna be trained the thing. He's gonna fucking have to. He's gonna be bad at it for a while, and then he's gonna be good. And then they're gonna go, wow, he's too good.
There might be like. Whoa. There might be some kind of revelation about the nature of the demons.
Maybe the demons are actually people. Who knows?
Maybe he's actually like, it was part of his destiny to become a demon slayer, and he's going to be the goodest one of all. And then I don't know, but
there's 15 volumes of this shit already.
Something that bothered me is that his entire characterization is just that he's got a family and he likes them, and and then they're immediately
like
dead.
Him in town, like he's friendly and he can smell good.
Yeah, but this is like, what is that?
Yeah, he doesn't have like a.
What is that really?
It's not like a lot of depth. Yeah.
I do like that he has a burn on his head though.
Sure.
Or like a scar. I don't know.
Oh, is that?
Anyway.
That's because you're a Harry Potter nerd still. It's because you're a big HP fag. It's latent. Baby. It's high. It's dwelling. You never know that shit. Never really leaves anyone. That's what's never really gone. Is Harry Potter enthusiasm.
Whenever I think about mistletoe, I think about that one particular scene in the fourth book. It's in me forever. I can't get rid of it. It's there.
Yeah. See.
I have memories that are inextricably tied to Harry Potter. It's just it is literally, it might as well be my Bible, because I know it with the level of intimacy that people know the holy texts.
Well, we all have damage. We're all fucking twisted in some way, man.
That's fucking twisted, bro.
Yeah. Let's talk about Boku-tachi wa Benkyou ga Dekinai, which means we can't study, which is the very blunt sort of autistic translation, or the very cheesy, we never learn. We never learn. Very popular manga by Tsutsui Taishi, whose style looks exactly like Nisekoi, and also he does a lot of Nisekoi fan art, but as far as I could tell, he has no connection to it whatsoever, which confused me for a while. It's Studio Silver and Arvo Animation. Arvo is like, has done nothing. It might be new or something. And Studio Silver doesn't have any production credits either, so I don't know who made this. Someone came from somewhere. People really like this manga because it's moe. And I think I had an inkling I was going to like some of these girls because I knew there was a brown sporty one, but she doesn't show up until the end in this one.
I in the opening, does she have like a tan line on her back?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no. That's
ooh.
He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing.
I was pretty much like, I could just ignore this, and then I'm like, oh no, you got me, you fuck.
She swims. She got big titties.
That's the thing. That's the thing, is that they only have to get you with one girl.
Yeah.
They only gotta get with you with one. It's sons of bitches.
I like the short stack too a little, but boy, that other one.
Oh God, it's like designed for me. Anyway, yeah, you got girls.
Yeah. This is This is a show about a guy, and he's a. I have written dumbass. I think maybe the show is a bit kinder to him than that. He's like an average student in terms of smarts.
He's got to apply himself to perform well, but he's able to when he puts in the effort.
Yes. And he's
like many of us.
And he's trying to get some kind of college recommendation, some kind of VIP pass that his school gives out, that just whatever, it's magic college pass for the sake of plot.
It's actually $500,000 to the SAT proctor. Ooh. Is what that is.
Okay.
It's called those bribes.
The school will pay your SAT proctor bribe. That's a nice service. So he gets it, but in order to get it, he has to tutor the two genius girls of the school. And he's like, what? Why do I have to do that? They're geniuses. But it turns out the math one needs tutoring in writing, and the writing one needs tutoring in math, because that's what they're actually interested in, even though they're geniuses in the other thing. So there's a red-haired one who's short, big boobied, and she's feisty, and then there's a tall, graceful, blue-haired one, and she's a crybaby.
She's sleepy too.
She's a little sleepy.
She's sleep.
Yeah, and they want to get into colleges that are the opposite of their skills. And I was, the show does its due diligence. I was like, hey, is it going to explain why they don't just tutor each other? And they immediately do that, which I was happy with. They're natural, so they can't explain it. They're too smart to explain it. Fine, okay, thank you.
Yes.
And it gets the boring thing that it has to do out of the way right quick in the first episode, where he's like kind of almost giving up, and they're like, everyone abandons us, and then it turns out he's dedicated and he doesn't abandon them, and he sticks with them. He's the special one who's gonna help him through to the end, because
he got this tongue-in-cheek kind of like flashback to his dad telling him that it's better to have to learn something than to just be innately good at it, because then you remember what it's like to not be good at it, which he doesn't necessarily buy into fully, but he throws that line at them at some point, which is, I thought, good. I like that. I thought it was cute.
And then he gets into moe situations with them. After we got all the stuff out of the way, now it's time for he has a boner because he's with them all the time. So they rub up against him, and he's like, ooh.
Yes, and, he's also got like a family. He's got a family.
He
I don't know. They're probably not going to be very important. But apparently, the sister is got a brother complex.
She's
for
jealous.
Him.
She smells the woman's on him.
Yeah,
and we get a couple scenes where he has more serious, intimate moments with each of the girls. They each get their own scene. Book girl likes the stars, and he runs into math girl in a park at night and beats her ass at Japanese Uno or something. And he gets back to his place, and it does show that he's poor as shit, so he really needs this college thing. And I was bummed out because they didn't show Sporty Brown Girl. But then after the credits, they give you a little taste, just a little bit.
I'm like, do I watch the second episode, or do I just head straight for the dojins?
I wonder if there are any dojins.
But man, which girl you want? What flavor you want, cuz?
I already told you.
Do you want strawberry or do you want raspberry? It's just take your pick. If you like this. I thought the concept was a little, I don't know. I don't know if this one really would hold my interest at all. Because my favorite girl, like the girl that I would want, isn't on the screen yet. So I escaped this. I don't think it's bad. It didn't really catch my interest at all. I don't know what situations could be that interesting, or revolving around this concept.
Ooh, I'm on X-Hentai. I'm looking at some interesting situations right now. Boy, this is a confounding. This is a real pickle this boy's gotten himself into.
How could they have gotten into such situations?
I don't know.
What kind of quirky circumstances could have unfolded to result in this? Yeah. If there's a girl you like here, you'll probably like the show.
Yep.
And one of those.
Just as long as it doesn't get boring.
Yeah, that's definitely could happen.
Okay. I think this is... We have one more after this, but I think this is really the climax of possibly the entire season for me. Were you as fucking fucked out by this show as I was, I'll just ask right off the bat. Because
okay, we're talking about
Kono Oto Tomare. Stop this sound.
I want to hear your take on this because I thought this was also very strange.
I fucking felt like I was going insane watching this, and I know I say that a lot.
I got taken for a ride.
I was fucking just belly laughing at this fucking show. Okay, we'll get into it, but holy shit, man. Kono Oto Tomare is the one must-watch show, if only the first episode of this season. It's a manga, though, by being adapted by Platinum Vision, who have done a bunch of stuff that I've somehow never heard of or seen, except for Servamp.
So much.
Remember Servamp?
Oh, God.
You like Servamp.
Did I like Servamp?
I remember fucking being pissed off at the first episode of Servamp, and you and Steven were like, no, it was okay. And I was like, what? You know?
I was so young, so naive.
2015 or 16, whatever. So yeah, this is a band show, sort of. It's an music club show. The drama kind, not the fun slice of life with barely any music kind. So, you think, like, I could have called this shit. I should have tried to call it before I started watching, but, you know, like, what's the most unsurprising, cliched, melodramatic opening to a musical show about a music club? It's music box soundtrack, a grainy flashback. He's, like, crying, or someone's crying, and he goes, that place. And I just fucking go, oh my god, no. And also, it implies that the other part of the flashback, it almost implies that there was some kind of murder. So, like,
yeah, that was what I was like. Well, did somebody fucking get killed?
Yeah, because it's the cops.
Did somebody get killed over this?
At this
did somebody get killed over
shop.
this weird ass obscure Japanese instrument?
Yeah, they're in this. It's just like there's sirens and there's an incident, and I'm just like going. Someone got killed. They just like raised the stakes so high immediately that I just like fucking.
But then the opening starts and it's like a totally just generic upbeat anime opening. I'm like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
What the fuck is this? like, what? How do we get here?
Yeah, you got it.
And the thing is that we start here and then we go to like normal, just kind of run of the mill.
Yep.
Club show, and then we get back here, and I feel like I've been taken for a fucking ride by the end.
Yes, it's just.
I have so many notes.
Plotted out the intensity and the heavy. It's just like the spikes are just like fucking insane. So like our dude's like back in school. It's new semester or something, and he goes to his club room, and the club room is full of all of these like ridiculous delinquents. And like he tells them that like he asks them to leave, and instead of just like telling him to fuck off, these cartoonish fucking brutes, he just asks them to leave, and it cuts to him getting thrown against a wall, like horizontally. Yes. It's a hard cut to a wall, and he just flies into it 180 degrees.
It's like I can imagine being in a gang, right? And you're like, hey, we're a gang, and sometimes we let each other get away with things that are a little bit fucked up. But just imagine one of your friends picks a dude up and throws him as hard as he can against the wall over telling you to leave.
It's so way over the top to take seriously immediately here.
They must be locked up. They are a threat to society. It's clear that they have some deeply antisocial tendencies that need to be taken care of. Otherwise, they're going to live a horrible life of crime.
It's like, who's writing this that you can't just write, like, high schoolers who are, like, just dicks? Like, they have to beat him.
They're criminals. They're hardened criminals.
Just beating random people for telling them to stop, like, trespassing. They're like throwing darts at shit. The room's trashed. It's like they should have been drinking 40s and like smoking weed. It's that stupid.
This is also Japan, by the way. Like I don't know what. I mean, where did they get these ideas?
Yeah, I mean, action shows like Index will have like these roaming rape gangs, but like that's so you can have people use superpowers. This is a band drama.
Yes.
So he's gonna get beaten up more, but then this other, the delinquent with the heart of gold, his character shows up with the sideways kick, another horizontal move, but just slams this dude, and then all the bullies run away.
I just found a note. I just found a note that is so indicative of what it is like watching this show. Where I have a note: is this going to be a Mindbreak anime? Like, is this going to be a show about the main character like losing his mind and going fucking hard on like killing people? Because I genuinely trying to follow this is a crazy experience.
The Koto killer, they call him.
Oh God.
Yeah, I have written at this exact same point. I have written, dude, this is insane. I can't even type the number of overdramatic things happening fast enough. Like, this dude shows up and kicks the bullies. And he's this, again, very tropey, like hot-tempered shark tooth guy who seems really tough, but then he's really clean, and he's like,
he wants to do good.
He's harsh, but he's well behaved and whatever. But he's just rough around the edges. The main character is just unbelievable in his whininess. He can't even get a single sentence out through his stuttering. He also won't even let himself get defended. He's like, violence isn't the answer. You're no better than them. Over like this guy stopping him from getting the shit kicked out of him. Yeah.
You should be thanking him. You should be licking his boots.
And there are more flashbacks. He fucked up his entrance exam. Who is this? The other guy? The shark boy? Is this him?
No, Koto Club guy.
Main character fucked up his entrance exam. I don't know what that led to or why I don't know. But he ends up liking this fucking stupid instrument, the Koto.
The best part is this.
Yeah,
go ahead.
No, you go.
The best part is that the way that he finds out about it is like the clubs are showing off, trying to get people to recruit, and the Koto Club is terrible, and that reminds him of himself. He sees himself in this club because they suck, like he does.
That's funny. They don't even play the music in the show.
No,
I
don't know what it sounds like. I don't know what the fucking thing sounds like.
They don't play the fucking instrument. It looks stupid. They don't even care enough about the instrument to like play it in the show, even though like they do the thing where like the instrument is like kind of part of it's like supposed to be like a symbolic thing, and they talk about it a lot, and it's like, I love this instrument. They don't even fucking play the thing, and it's a dumb instrument to begin with. It's a fucking coffee table with strings on it. It fucking sucks. It's dumb. And the whole show is like doing this fucking fetishistic, like, I love the Koto, like fucking this thing that I'm sure no one in Japan cares about. And then all these flashbacks, it's him in this club with all these girls, and why couldn't that be the show? I want to.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. I was thinking is this what happens? That's why I thought this was going to be a Mindbreak show. Is because like is this what happens after the generic club anime ends, and then this dude is now stuck as the only person in this obscure ass club that nobody gives a fuck about, and he just goes insane alone.
Psychological subversion of the club show, where what happens when there's no one to share the slice of your life.
Exactly. He's got himself into this super specific lifestyle that nobody else participates in, and now he has to find himself in the wake of this club disbanding.
He's just plucking this stupid fucking instrument in his auditorium, going, I see the funny side, and he's fucking. He's got the mask on. He finally breaks like his strings, and he has to go get more, but nobody gives a fuck about the Koto anymore, so he can't even play the instrument anymore, and he's got this vacuum in his life, this void that he has to fill. And he ends up just air plucking it, just sitting there smiling, and there's no sound coming out.
That'd be way better.
Yeah, that or him just hanging out with these girls, man. One of them's cute. I was mad.
I was
so mad. Because I just wanted this. I don't need this fucking gay shit. But yeah, instead he's hanging out with this Fang guy who is 100% like a shoujo love interest, but he's just in here instead of in a shoujo. Because he's saying cool stuff, but he's imperfect. He can be fixed, whatever. most of the show is really boring, I will say. A lot of the big chunk in the middle here is just people talking about the shit no one cares about. And then the bullies come back sometimes, and they're still so over the top.
They're so mean.
They're way mean, man.
Such mean boys.
Yeah, I was having trouble getting through this middle section. Like the Shark Tooth has a troubled past or whatever.
Gotta go on this. These are the least competent authorities. They are some bumblefuck ass dense authorities where like they just assume that this boy trashed his grandfather's shop for some reason.
Well, because he had a reputation.
Like they don't even. Yeah, but they didn't even consult with the grandfather at all. They just immediately lock him up, and then later in the episode, everybody.
Well, the grandpa was
like
in a coma or something.
No, but he came out of it. He got to talk to him. We see that in the end. And but like obviously that's the point, is that it's reflected later in the episode when the principal comes to the same conclusion. But like there's no evidence of this. They haven't even spoken to the dude who got assaulted yet. Like why? What is with these people? They're crazy.
Yeah.
They're lunatics.
It's supposed to be. It's like. Like that's the point, but again, it just goes too far where it's trying to be like everybody judges him because he looks mean and just because someone's had a troubled past doesn't mean, and everyone's just like, you've done every crime in this town and you are going to jail forever.
It's gone to a ludicrous level.
Yeah, where it's just like, like someone 10 miles away was raped, and I think it was you because I don't like you and you are going to jail now.
I'm not convinced this doesn't end up becoming a deconstruction. I'm not convinced that this doesn't end up being...
Yeah, the band show genre desperately needs that treatment, yeah.
I think they might start covering up for each other and shit. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. So, but we didn't explain that his dad did Koto's. He made him, and then he died. Or it's his granddad.
Grandpa.
And the delinquents trash the Koto shop, which is fucking so goddamn funny that like I don't even know if I can properly verbalize just how retarded it is that they were all these, just cruel bullies. Just like, we're gonna trash his Koto shop. Like
who even comes up with this idea in the group? Like whose idea goes? Whose head goes there?
Yeah, it's another thing of the show trying to, like, make the instrument itself part of the show, and it's supposed to be important by making the bullies trash it, but it's such an inherently dumb instrument.
I'm looking at this picture. I'm looking at it like the concept art or like the promo art for this, and they're all holding these fucking stupid giant things, and it looks like any other show, but they're all holding the stupidest looking instrument on the planet.
God damn, that rules.
And oh god, and there's like people way in the background, and they're still holding them, and they're like twice as tall.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Oh my god.
Fuck, man.
Lovely.
A weird hole in the bottom, and yeah.
And then it's just surreal to look
7 feet tall. Yeah, they look like obelisks. Like it looks like a fucking some kind of weird, like dystopian. Like everyone's got their wood friend, like giant plank from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Don't say wood friend, because it just furthers like
they're all hugging it. Like, yeah, they're just standing next to it.
I'm not convinced I'm not on 4Wholenet right now. It's just like this is so otherworldly and bizarre.
The two loops on top look like eyes a little bit. They look like they have like you pull the corners of your mouth back, like the white person acknowledgement smile, and they're just like, just standing next to all these high school kids. Oh my god, I'm fucking losing my mind.
It looks like a Photoshop job or something.
Yeah, where someone replaced all their friends with the Japanese Koto.
Oh, and all the human interactions of this show are so bizarre, and every season has the one where you would just question your own sanity for a bit, because they're like, is it me? Am I the one imparting this craziness upon this show?
This one's impressive even for that. Like I was flabbergasted by this, and now that you've brought up this fucking promo art, I'm going to do it again. Like this is so insane. Oh my
it's not
god,
good.
they all have little they have little bow ties on their foreheads. You know, I'm fucking. Oh my god.
We need to watch the last episode of this. We need to just
like
straight.
it's gonna be like him, like he's gonna get his fucking throat sliced, and he's gonna play a Koto concert with his jugular bleeding out in front of everyone.
Please God. Oh, there's gonna be like a bucket of blood dropped down his head like a fucking carry. Oh yeah, no, I definitely want to watch the last episode of this when it airs.
Yeah, okay.
This is some crazy bullshit. Fucking look at this thing.
Oh shit.
Now I'm just thinking about how, like, if you were to make a deconstruction of the band anime, this is the instrument you want to do.
Yeah, no,
because
it's literally fucking perfect.
Everybody's playing the same instrument. Because, like, in shows, characters are broken down into which instrument they play, but everyone's playing the exact same one. It's so fucking weird. Oh, Christ. I gotta stop looking at it. It's freaking me out.
I'm getting scared. I'm becoming uncomfortable. It's genuinely surreal.
Oh Christ! I'm glad we got to share this. I clicked back on the page. I have to look at it again. Oh God!
We haven't even gotten to. He goes back to the club room, and it's him looking into the club room, and then dude shows up behind him, and he takes the most fucking brutal aluminum bat to the back of the head I have ever seen. And that, again, they just take it up another notch, like where it's like, now this is just attempted murder, literally. And they frame the shark tooth boy again.
Please look at that piece of art I just sent you.
I clicked on it and it gave me an error.
Okay, hold on. Copy image.
Oh, with him, like the manga cover.
It looks like the thing has an arm because he's got his arm wrapped around it, and it's just I don't know.
This episode has to go out on my best friend Plank. My best friend Plank.
Banger. Oh.
My best friend.
All right, I'm done. You can finish.
He's so serious with his shoujo hair, and the thing's just going. Like it's just fucking saucer pupil, just like staring at you. It's very serious. Oh shit!
I'm gonna throw up. This is just so fucking. Oh, okay. All right, we're good.
Yeah. So like. Again, bullies continue to be completely out of control, like narratively, from a writing standpoint, not just within the context of the show. So a main character goes to the principal's office. I'm lightheaded. Oh, okay, hold on.
It's got a mustache.
Stop. We have to stop. We have to fucking stop.
It's got a mustache. Look at it.
Look at it. I was taking that as the mouth. No, it is better as a mustache. Oh, God damn it.
Gosh.
Fuck you. Fucking Koto. My notes. Stop looking at it. This isn't funny anymore.
Okay. We got
my notes do say I'm fucking crying, so apparently I went through this the other day too. Main character goes to the office to defend him, and they have a watercolor freeze frame, and then it cuts back to a hospital room with Fang and his dying grandfather, which got me really good. I think that one made me laugh for a while. Hard to explain, but it was very funny editing. One of the largest factors in what makes this show hilarious is there's these very sudden, completely inappropriate, like orchestral swells of music out of fucking nowhere. Mm-hmm. It just moments where it makes it turns it into it makes it comical, like it is very funny. So Fang's friend gets the bullies to confess somehow by talking to him. This is when I came up with the synthesis of this is Sangatsu no Lion. This is March Comes In Like a Lion. If it was written by the author of Index, I think. It's like Hibike euphonium if it was like the bad kind of gay, and someone tried to kill Kumiko by filling her euphonium with a lethal dose of fentanyl. If it's like that, it's like if Chihaya Furu, if I had watched a single episode of Chihaya Furu, you know.
He's still doing it. I gotta fucking
okay.
pee. You can
my final note is we are reaching new frontiers of retardation, and yeah, man.
I gotta avoid looking at myself in the mirror when I go to the bathroom because I think I'm just gonna see one of those things standing next to me.
It's the fucking robot from Interstellar, but it's really okay, yeah, go pee.
We're good. I looked. I still have my nose. It's in the proper place. Mm-hmm. The walls are not moving. This show is just that fucking bizarre.
If I ever get a hold of any more tryptamines, I'm gonna every wood surface is just gonna be fucking Kotos all over the place.
Christ.
Okay.
I can't believe it. I just. Oh Lord.
That's pretty incredible. Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's. You know what? I'm sorry. Cinderella 9. I'm sorry. This is just. You can't follow that up. It just can't be done.
Not in the same way, but I think Cinderella 9 has its own merits.
Yeah. For sure.
Cinderella 9, our last show of part 1 here, gotta admit, was not very optimistic starting out with Cinderella 9. It is a free-to-play MOBA game. Mm-hmm. But does have a spin-off manga by one B-Cub Okawa, known for creating a pop team epic.
Oh shit!
So he makes a 4-coma or something based on this. I don't know.
That sounds all right.
So, and I guess there was a 4-episode ONA in 2017. I don't know, but it's by TMS. And the director has been around for a while. He does some Gohan stuff. He did Marduk Scramble. A lot of stuff in the 90s, 2000s.
Oh, God.
This one also about baseball. Finally a good baseball show this season. There you go. Take
Got
that,
'em.
Sam. And
Boom.
they wear skirts when they play the baseball, and it fucking rocks. That was in the first scene, though, but that's a flash forward. It actually starts with an opening ceremony, high school. And there's this girl with just zero fear who hops on stage and advertises that the baseball team, which she's starting out. And there's a cute little animation of her scrambling up the stairs to do it. And I was like, okay, maybe this will be all right. It's the little details, that you notice. And then we meet more girls, and they're also cute. I do like the character design. It's not amazing, but I think it's above average, at least. And the Genki airhead we met before has a friend, and there's a couple other girls who know each other from middle school. One of them's kind of bitchy, and the other one wants to be friends with the bitchy one, but she kind of gets ignored. And
this is why I tweeted bitchy out of context yesterday.
Does she call? She doesn't call her a bitchy though.
No. But it ran from my head.
Oh, but in Japanese, bitchy means slut. It doesn't mean bitch.
Oh.
So.
What is bitch in Japanese?
Kono yaro. I don't know.
Right,
yaitsu. Something.
All right.
Or warui ona. I don't know.
Bad girl.
Yes. So, and there's one scaredy cat dumbass in a cat hoodie who wants to baseball, but is shy. So
yeah, she's not good at it.
So she talks to the baseball club girls, and the blonde one gets roped in, the one who wants to be friends. So it's baseball time for them. So they go to practice on this riverbank outside of the school. And Cat Hoodie's problem is she's scared of the ball. Blonde's backstory is that she used to play basketball, but because she's tall, but she choked regularly, apparently. And so they bond together about how they suck, and it's nice. It's first episode.
Yeah.
I understand the characters and they're interacting, and it's better than I expected, and I'm getting to know them, and I like them. And then there's a nice scene where they scrimmage with some kids and they play some baseball, and there's just like a montage of them playing the baseball, and then the episode ends with they're gonna start having problems with the student council over club stuff, and that's kind of it. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but I came away thinking, dang, that was okay. I don't know.
This made me want to play baseball so fucking bad. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, when I watch Mix, I'm just going to go sign up for a league. I know for a fucking fact because I want to play some baseball right now. I was reflecting on it. I played a lot of baseball for like the first like 14 years of my life, 15 years. And I miss the competition so much. I fucking love playing baseball. And this is, I mean, if you want the summation of my notes on this, we got a bunch of cute girls, and they're going to play baseball.
Yeah.
It is a sports show of our girls playing baseball.
Yep, with a little bit it's not, it's a good amount of baseball. I don't know, I don't know anything about mix. I don't know what the ratio is going to be of drama to baseball. But this is just like, this is nice, the characters are likable, and there's just enough baseball for me to go like, damn, that looks fun. You know?
Yeah, it's I something bothered me about Hoodie Girl's design. It's just a little too reminiscent of like a Hot Topic girl kind of hoodie. But I found this first episode thoroughly enjoyable. I thought it was I liked the montage that we got, them practicing and stuff.
Yeah.
I like that. Our tall girl, she kind of has like she gets to be cool at the end of the episode by, our hoodie girl gets to be cool because she chases down a ball that would have been a home run, and they managed to make the throw out at home plate. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it's good. Start out slow. It's not like the volleyball show from a couple seasons ago where by the end of the first episode she's good at beach volleyball. You know.
I knew from like the first 30 seconds to a minute of this, I was gonna enjoy this episode because how can you really go wrong?
They wear skirts when they play the baseball.
Oh, that's it. That's first couple shows from the season.
Yep.
Oh God, I've now that I've pieced myself back together from things scattered throughout the universe.
From now on.
My fucking throat hurts now. I'm looking at them again. They're almost like totems. They're also
it's like what you would find. You would find like an entire like field full of these sticking out of the ground in like a Fallout game.
Yeah,
and then you would find a bunch of notes about how these people, they once social communication broke down and they only knew how to text and their phones didn't work anymore, they couldn't communicate with people, so they just started hanging out with, there happened to be a Koto factory in the town, so they all stared hanging out with their wood friends, and then you go to the Koto factory, and there's all these, all these shrines in there to the Kotos, but there's robots defending it, and there's one big in the center of the factory. There's one gigantic mechanical Koto that it turns out was running the entire town's economy the entire time, and has aims to take over all of human civilization. So you shut it down, but it gives you a speech first, and then you shoot it a bunch.
It's a really good, it's a pretty good side story, but then you get to the end and you get like the weapon for completing the mission, and you're way over leveled for it, and there's just no point in using it at all.
It's a sawed-off shotgun.
So you sell it.
It's a tiny Koto, but it's a sawed-off shotgun. It's got strings on.
It's like some fucking weird people do runs of the entire game using only that, you know. World record Koto speed run.
So, yeah, I think that's really the takeaway from this one.
Let's go donk some boinks. Let's go chungle some nuggets.
I'm ready to. Yeah, I'm ready to. I already said that one. I'm ready to freeze out of this full boat, going south in the grinder, baby.
I'm gonna free ball it all the way back to home stretch town world.
I'm gonna rape. Wait, why is that in here?
I'm never bored when I'm with you. We're pals, we're buddies through and through. Wish I knew what to buy for you on your birthday. Our friendship goes against the grain. I've seen you swell up in the rain. I saw you, didn't see your pain. Was it termites? It's never hard to talk to you, though you stump me with your silence. I feel so naughty pining here for your happy face's guidance. My best friend Blank, my best friend Blank, my best friend Blank. Sitting there so silently, what could you be thinking? You're not saying I want X. Is that sealant that you're drinking? Man, you're hammered, nailed you, pal. Al Gore's wife's name is Tipper. I knew we'd be best friends for life when I saved you from that chipper. My best friend Blank, my best friend Blank, my best friend Blank. Count the rings, count the rings. Ooh, Blank, count the rings. I'll walk you on the 7 seas, where sawdust always makes me wheeze. I met your mom and dad, the trees, but please don't get Dutch elm disease. My best friend Blank, my best friend